All right, guys. So we're back with another free agent, NFL video. And this one's going to highlight the Las Vegas Raiders as they were very busy today. Today they trade Yannick Ngakoue. They trade him for Rock Ya-Sin, a cornerback out of Temple. And, the thing is with not only Yannick Ngakoue, but the thing is with a guy like Rock Ya-Sin. Let's look at Ya-Sin's statistics, but clearly with Ngakoue, he's an older player. He wants to go to a contender. Maybe he was, what's his name? Maybe he was very unhappy with, being in with the Raiders, and it's interesting. This one-for-one trade. So his statistics, Rock Ya-Sin, in terms of what it's probably going to show his tackles and things of that nature. But, Rock last year, he had 27 solo tackles. He has 2 interceptions, in his career. Rock Ya-Sin, I think he's been kind of decent. To be frank with y'all, I haven't watched a ton of Colts football. I know that Yannick Ngakoue is, an older player as well. I know that Yannick is a veteran in this league. And he is, he's 26 years old. Last year, he had a tremendous season, though, 10 sacks on the season. So I do like this move from Indianapolis's perspective, because Indianapolis now, the Colts, you start to look at their team, and the Indianapolis Colts team has incredible talent all over their organization. The Colts now, they have on their defensive line, they have DeForest Buckner from the 49ers, who's a great interior pass rusher. And now you're going to add Yannick Ngakoue with Darius Leonard, Bobby Okereke. That's a very formidable defense there to start. But, in the secondary, that's when they're starting a lot of guys, that are very marginal there in the secondary. But Kwity Paye out of Michigan's another first-round pick. So overall, getting Yannick to really bolster the Colts defense, I think it's a great move by the Indianapolis Colts. For the Raiders, it's very interesting, but they pretty much are swapping him out, and now they're bringing in Chandler Jones. They're paying him a whole boatload of cash, about probably $55 million, maybe $17 million a year, for kind of an older edge rusher in Chandler Jones, but still a very, very efficient football player in Chandler Jones. I believe Chandler Jones even last year had a tremendous year with Arizona. He did. He had 10.5 sacks, in Arizona. So, he's awesome. When he's right, Chandler Jones is a phenomenal football player. So the Raiders today make out really well. He's going now to the Raiders. I think it's going to be not Carl Nassib, but Mad Max Crosby, and it's going to be Chandler Jones on the edge there. The Raiders and their D coordinator, it's going to be, man, is it going to be fun. These two teams, they really upgraded their defensive lines. The Colts already have a really good defensive line, but now they get even better. And the Raiders, they get their guy. Incognito's a free agent. I don't think he's going to be around. Jonathan Hankins is a free agent, hasn't signed. Solomon Thomas, still a free agent. Mariota. So, but looking at the roster, you got Jones and Mad Max. That is freaking sweet. And you're going to need that to compete in this AFC. I still think that, McDaniels really likes Derek Carr as a starting quarterback there. The offensive line, you look at it, you got Denzel Good, Andre James, you have Parker and Incognito. You do have Colton Miller. How's Alex Leatherwood? So I really think that the Raiders should focus this draft on offensive line because they're wide receivers. You still got Brian Edwards. I know that you don't have Henry, but you got Edwards, who really came on strong last year. You got Hunter Renfrow. Matt Collins, they signed as a free agent as well. So it's going to be a good offseason in Vegas town. So today they make a big move. They go out there and they get the guy. They go out there and they get Chandler Jones from the Arizona Cardinals.